Happy Friday. Here it is. After a year of talking, a year of daydreaming, I finally have a Geo Tracker 1992 tin top. Parking OCD. My job is to pick up heavy stuff, so I drive this electric car around with a trailer attached. So as I'm picking stuff up and dropping them off, I drive outside through the bay doors. So when I drive outside, I look at my car. So I also don't want anyone opening their door into my car, but I also park way back here so I could look at my car when I drive by while I pick up heavy stuff. Let's go ahead and give this a cold start. Cold start. This will fire right up. First try. Nice beeping sound. So let's let this warm up. Takes a while for this engine to heat up, for the defroster to start working. There it is right there. So I want to take this time to chit chat with you guys. There's going to be a lot of content of this thing. I'll film my initial impressions video tomorrow. I really wanted to film an initial impressions video the day I got it, but I have work. When I got my van, I was actually off that day when I picked it up. I was on vacation, so I was able to do an initial impressions video of my van the day I got it. So the last vehicle I did a video of initial impressions was my V10 van. This is a 4-cylinder 1.6 80 horsepower. But like I said, I want to take this time to let you guys know that your encouragement means a lot to me. I'm just a blue-collar guy, manual labor job, but I do my best at life. I'm very blessed. I thank God for giving me the drive that I'm able to work endless hours to reach my goals. I never tire. I'm always thinking of the prize. And getting this really rejuvenated me. I work tomorrow. I'm going to work a couple extra hours tomorrow. I'm still working on my day off, but I'm rejuvenated because I still have a lot of goals that I want to hit. And like I said, you guys always encouraging me, you guys always cheering me on. It means a lot to me. It really does. I said it a lot of times, but a lot of times you guys have been better friends to me than my real life friends I had in the past, like my childhood friends. You guys encourage me way more than those people ever encouraged me. This tracker has manual crank windows, but you would think manual crank windows don't break. So the first day I got this, I rolled this down all the way, rolled it back up. I tried rolling it down again, it only goes halfway now. So it's already broken. I'll figure it out. I really don't want to pull any panels off right now. It doesn't really bother me because the AC on this still works. The air conditioner on this actually works. And then when I'm off-roading in the desert, I don't want dust in it anyway. I'm going to clean this up. I haven't cleaned the inside up yet, because I want to show you guys the condition I got it in. I want to show you guys what it looks like as is, and then when I make my video tomorrow, I'll start cleaning it up and I'll film that too. So yeah, that's why I didn't roll this window down. It only goes down halfway now, so I got to figure that out. But here's the plan. You're going to get a lot of Geo Tracker content. I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, picking this up really rejuvenated me. Like working the whole year, especially during peak season, holiday season, I was seeing work a lot and I was getting tired of it. But like I said, when I picked this up, just driving this to work, it reminds me why I work so hard. The plan, here's the plan now. I'm going to give you guys an inside scoop. Since you guys got this far in the video, I'm going to tell you guys my plan. Last year was my most frequent upload year ever, and as much as I uploaded, it showed in my income. in my extra YouTube income. So this year, my goal is to double my YouTube income. And if I pull that off, you know what the plan is next? What's the next car John drives? Anything? Jaguar X-Type. Maybe a Jaguar S-Type. I like to talk about cars with my dad. And I told my dad, I talked to Grando Tit Tat also. I like to talk to Grando Tit Tat about cars. So shout out to Grando Tit Tat. But I showed Grando. Grando's not really into the tracker, but I showed him this X-Type I was watching. And he told me, you should get that instead of the tracker. And it was really tempting. This X-Type I was looking at was like $3,900. I even showed my dad. And my dad was like, why didn't you tell me about that thing? I would have bought it. Like, my dad had no idea you could get a Jaguar X-Type for like under $4,000. So this is what I'm thinking. My mom always wanted a Jaguar. I want an X-Type. The X-Type is basically an X-Type is when Ford partially owned Jaguar, so Ford took a Ford Contour and slapped the Jaguar body on it, and then they also took a Lincoln LS, put a Jaguar body on that, and that's the S-Type. So I'm going to talk to my parents. I'm going to tell them my plan, because I intend on selling. I want to do a series. I want to do a series called Rich Looking, like something along the lines of fake rich cars, you know, because cars that make you look rich but you're really not. I think that would be a cool series. Like, I'll actually do YouTube skits. I have a bunch of ideas in my head for YouTube skits, so it's going to be an informative series, and I'm going to have fun with it. And I intend on driving the thing for like 6 months maybe, make a bunch of cool videos about it, make a bunch of skits. I really want an X-Type. That's the Ford Contour, you know, rebody. But I like the X-Type just because you could get one in stick. But the S-Type is a Lincoln LS rear-wheel drive V8. So I'm going to talk to my parents. Like, if my mom really has an interest in driving it, because she really always wanted a Jaguar, because if she's interested in driving it, I'll get the S-Type just so that when I pass it on to my parents to sell it to them, my mom could drive it, because I really want my mom to drive a Jaguar. But if she's really not into it, like she doesn't care, then I'll get the X-Type. So that's the plan. So I have all kinds of ideas. I'm brainstorming. This is going to be the most frequent upload year ever. Just stay tuned. And if you got this far into the video, this is the behind the scenes of what's going on in my head. Here's the X-Type that sold for $3,900. See, it says sold. And Grando Tit Tat was like, you should get that instead of the tracker. And it was tempting. But I really have no use for this car, honestly. So here it is, Jaguar X-Type. That's a Ford Contour rebody from when Ford owned Jaguar. So there you go, manual transmission. This is a manual transmission right there. So like I said, if my mom has no interest in driving a Jaguar, she doesn't really care about an old Jaguar, I'm going to get this. But if she really wants to drive a Jaguar, you know, just for fun with my dad, since I'm, like I said, intending to sell it to them when I'm done with it, you know, I just want to enjoy it for like, you know, 6 months to a year, just have some fun with it, because I always wanted this car. But this would be cool too. This is a Jaguar S-Type, bigger car, V8, rear-wheel drive. The X-Type is all-wheel drive. Ford made it all-wheel drive. The Contour is front-wheel drive. But they made it all-wheel drive to make it more prestigious. They didn't want a front-wheel drive Jaguar. But this one's a Lincoln LS, so there's a V8 option. This one's $7,000. So, yeah, if my mom wants to drive a Jaguar in her life, then I'll probably pick up this one. Just so that my mom will be able to drive it. My dad doesn't care. He just wants a Jaguar. When I showed him these cars, he was like, I want one now. So it inspired my dad. So that's the idea. So there you go, Jaguar S-Type. Oh, shout out to my friend Steve. Steve brought this up because when I made a video talking about Jaguar X-Types and said it was a Ford Contour, he said, I thought they were Lincoln LS's. So then he was like, he informed me that, oh, it's actually the S-Type that's a Lincoln LS. So I learned something from Steve. I had no idea the S-Type was a Lincoln LS. And in all honesty, the S-Type will probably be a nicer car than the X-Type. So that's the plan. Yeah, it's pretty cool that my dad was like, why didn't you get that? Why didn't you tell me? I would have bought it. Only, that's a nice car for $3,900. Even a Grando Tit Tat was like, that's a lot of car for the money. You know, he wanted me to get that over this. But like I said, I've been talking about this because there is a plan. I'm just not going to drive this thing to work. This is going to the desert. So like I said, I don't like the fact that this window only goes halfway now. It worked the first day I got it. Now it only goes halfway down. But that's okay. The AC works. The AC actually works really well. I didn't think this thing would have working AC because a lot I was looking at didn't have working AC, but it has a working AC. And when I'm out in the desert, I don't want dust going into it anyway. I'm going to clean this up really good. You'll see. All right, I think I'm going to head to Taco Bell now. The engine should be warm enough now so the defroster will work. You guys are going to get a lot of tracker content in the next couple of months. This is about where the needle sits when it's fully warmed up. Half a tank of fuel I topped off the other day. I've been driving this a lot. I got a lot of thoughts about this thing. This won't be the best tank because I've been idling for a long time. I just want to get the, you know, window all defogged. I have to bring paper towels to work. It's on low right now, but I have to bring paper towels to work because I don't want to do this with my hand and leave a bunch of smudge on the windshield. So yeah, so I don't have to wait this long. I'm just going to bring paper towels from now on when I go to work, just in case it's foggy like this. Remember, 80s and 90s vehicle, if you've ever been in one, slider controls. Red is hot, go all the way. Blue is cold, go all the way for the coldest and hottest. I think everything works. The rear defogger might not work. That's been on, and it doesn't look like it's defogging at all. Like I said, the window only goes halfway now, but like I said, that's no big deal. I don't want it all dusty in here anyway when I go off-roading. And the AC works. There's the AC button. It turns green, and it actually works. It actually works really good. So let me put this on full and turn off the camera. I'm going to Taco Bell as soon as I could see fully. So let's put this on full. I was here last night. There's so many things to choose from. I had no idea what to get. So I got the Deluxe Cravings box and the $5 Chalupa box that came out to like $12, and I was full. I was happy. My budget is, if I could get full off of $10, I'm happy with that meal. So $12, that's close enough. Geo Tracker. It's Friday. I got 2 boxes here. What a great day. Just making sure this doesn't tip over while I drive.